The 11:50 to 12:05 time slot is reserved for the student athletes of Texas Tech University, the Red Raiders. They're the number 3 seed in the West region. They are out of the Big 12 Conference. They will play number 14 Northern Kentucky in Friday's first game at 12:30. The head coach is Chris Beard. He'll be with us a little later. The men's basketball contact is Wes Bloomquist. We are ready for questions for the student athletes representing Texas Tech: Brandon Francis, Tariq Owens, Matt Mooney, and Lorenz Odiase. Right here on the right. Thank you.
All right, so Norrance, just back in the NCAA tournament, just what are you looking forward to about the experience and being here with these guys and the rest of your teammates?
Another chance at achieving the ultimate goal. Last year we had a good run with those guys. We achieved heights that this school's never reached before. And this year we're just ready to create our own story. We have 2 seniors that's never been to the stage before, and we're very happy to get them there. And we just want to build off this year, off what we did in the regular season, and continue to finish strong.
Go there, and then one here. Go ahead.
Paul Tubbs, KLBK, Lubbock. This for both Matt and Tariq. Does it feel real now for you guys? Because you heard the hype all up, probably from your teammates, but now to be here and see this, how real does it make it?
Tariq, you're first, please.
Yeah, it definitely feels real. Since we got here, we've been enjoying our time, working. It just feels great. This is a goal that Matt has set before we got into school. So, it just feels great to achieve this goal.
Yeah, it's something we wanted to be here all year. This was our goal from day one, but not just be here to win the whole thing and take it one game at a time. But no, it feels real. Coach wants us to soak it in, but at the same time, get ready to play a game. So we're starting to lock in now.
Hi, guys. John Hoover, Sporting News. Can you describe maybe the way, some of the methodology that Coach has used to get Texas Tech away from, kind of a dry period and get them have sustainable success? Question for Matt and also for Tariq.
Matt, go ahead first, please.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably why I chose Texas Tech, because I saw something in Coach Beard. He's established a culture here of winning, holding everybody accountable. When he was recruiting me, I just knew, this guy, he's going to win. He's going to get it done. He surrounds himself with great people. The staff is amazing, and he recruits great guys that are good team guys. So other than that, he's a tough dude. He demands toughness and defense, and he's a brilliant coach as well.
So what I would describe is one of his methods is the process. Everybody from top to bottom, from your first guy to your last guy, everybody's in the gym. Everybody puts in work, and it's constant work every day. That's just the culture of our team. Everybody enjoys the work. Nobody gets tired of it. So, that's just the main thing that brought me here. I enjoy the work. These guys up here with me enjoy the work, and that's what we've been doing all year.
Right there, go.
Brandon, you're back again. Just talk about the experience of this year, maybe opposed to last year, and just a little bit of just the ride here coming into this week's tournament.
It feels pretty good to be back, especially with the new guys, Mac and Tariq, and especially Norrance. We're just trying to stay composed, take one game at a time. We know what's expected of us, and we're just trying to go out there and play together.
Right in the middle, Karen. Thank you.
This is for Matt. The North, they shoot a lot of threes, so how important is being disciplined going to go to y'all defense trying to stop them from shooting so many threes?
Yeah, we know that a lot of times in this tournament upsets happen from threes, and in this tournament anything can happen. Teams get hot. They're a really good team and a really good shooting team, so we're going to have to defend the three-point line. That's part of our game plan for sure, is to defend the three-point line.
On the edge, thank you.
Norrance and Tariq in particular, what kind of role as far as rebounding is this going to play for you guys, having to face a team that does primarily live and die with the three ball, and how important has it been for you guys as far as your preparation for this game?
Norrance first, please.
Huge. Postseason play, even regular season play, it usually comes down to key in rebounding. Rebounding is a factor in every game. It can win you games, it can lose you games, and we know on this stage we got to secure all the boards. It just helps us achieve our goal of winning this game. So it's been an emphasis all year. We don't change what we do all year now. So just rebounding, we talk about it every day, and it's an emphasis for sure.
Yeah, pretty much what No just said. We got to secure the boards. We got to box out. Can't give them many second chance opportunities. It's just important. It's something that we've been focusing on all year. So, and a team that shoots primarily threes, it's going to be some long boards. So it's going to take a group effort, not just me and Norrance, but all five guys are going to have to get on the glass, guards rebounding down, things like that. So.
Chuck Carlton, Dallas Morning News. For Norrance, could you talk about Jarrett and just the evolution you've seen in him as a player and as a person since he first showed up on campus?
A lot of growth, honestly. He just sticks to the process. Him and Zaire did that last year. They came in, they followed our leaders that we had. They still follow leaders. They still follow from the GAs to the coaches to the staff. He listens. He's a great listener. He just is a team guy, and that's really helped him develop as a player. He's in the gym every day working, and that's just a testament to how he is as a player now.
And a quick follow-up on that. When did you have the feeling that he could have that kind of special season?
Honestly, we knew last year. We knew last year that he's that type of player. He puts in the work. He's obviously talented. He just had it last year, a different role, but we knew last year that he was the type of player he is now.
Anything else for the student athletes of Texas Tech? Yes, on the left.
Choice Woodman, Double T 97.3. This is for Norrance and Brandon. How does last year's experience in the tournament help prepare you for what you're facing this year?
Brandon first, please.
It helped us big time so we can guide some of the new guys, especially the freshmen, and, Matt and Tyreek being new to it. But I feel like they're going to be just fine with experience. They played a lot of college games, and I think we'll be fine, especially if we stick together as a group. I think they're going to help us big time.
It helps a lot. One thing we got to tell them is don't let the bright lights get you from who you are. What you did day one in November, the first game, do it again because it's got us to this point. Don't change because the scenery changed, the times changed, the excitement, all these things. Don't change the process that you've done to get to this point. And that's what we really got to harp on. Last year we didn't change. We had a great run. This year we want to take it even farther, but game by game, day by day, we just got to stay with the process and stay level-headed throughout. So.
For Norrance and Brandon, talk about Davide's development from last year to this year.
Brandon first again, please.
Big time. He played with a lot of confidence. He's a great defender now. He's tough. He plays tough. He's one of our leaders. Even though he's a sophomore, he's playing amazing for us right now, and he pays the price every single day. And we're just excited that he took the next level.
Yeah, roles change. He was able to step into this role with confidence, knowing that he wasn't just going to get out of the game. He has some string to play confident, to play strong for this team. And he's took it and run with it. He's being himself. He's having fun. And we're great for that. It worked out for us, his development, and we're excited to watch him on the stage.
Anything else for the Red Raiders? All right, gentlemen, thank you very much. Best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
12:05 slot is reserved for the head coach of Texas Tech, Chris Beard. We're going to ask him to make an opening statement on his team about being here in Tulsa. Then we'll go to questions. Remember, name and affiliation for the first question. Chris, please.
Just like every other coach in this tournament, we're just excited to be here. We never take this for granted. You know, it's so hard to win games at our level and make the NCAA tournament, so it's something we just cherish. And our team this year was led by 4 seniors. Just proud of those guys. I've had a lot of respect for Northern Kentucky. I feel like I'm a fan at this point. I've watched so many games. I just love the way they play. I don't know their coach personally, but just had an exchange in the hallway here, and just so happy for them too. Championship team, having coached at the mid-major level, I understand how hard it is to win your conference tournament after you've had a championship great season. We were able to do that at Little Rock, and so this is a tough team that I think is really, really good. And we expect them to play great tomorrow, and we know we'll have to play our best game of the year to advance in this tournament.
Hi, Chris. John Hoover, Sporting News. I wonder if you could describe maybe the process of, that's a word that one of the guys actually used, is process, of not just building a program, but sustaining it, and some of the lessons you got along the way as an assistant coach, whether it was Tom Penders or Bob Knight or whoever, and how you've applied that to your time here at Texas Tech.
I think among many goals that we had when we got the Tech job, it's our 3rd year, you know, is we're trying to build a program, not just to have a good team. And there's a big difference. And so last year we had a great run in this tournament. We didn't want that to define who we are in our program. That's why I'm just so proud to be back up here on this stage this year. Again, just don't ever take this for granted, but when you start talking about programs versus team, you're talking about consistency. Each team and coach has a different way to go about it. Our plan is our process. We've got a day-to-day process that we believe in, from strength conditioning to individual work to practice to embracing academics to an unselfish culture. Many things go into our day-to-day process, but it makes me happy that those guys use the same word. You know, so we just we don't really have a week plan or month plan. I've always been a guy that kind of had a day-to-day plan, and our plan is to execute our process. And this team this year, this season, has done that about as well as any team I've ever coached.
Cliff Brunn, Associated Press. Coach, you talked about building a program. How much more of a challenge is it to do that when you're in a place like Lubbock that's a little bit off the beaten path, maybe don't have quite the tradition of a Kansas or somebody like that? What does that add to the challenge of what you're trying to do?
Yeah. Well, in terms of Lubbock, our city, it's a huge advantage. And those of you that have been to Tech, you understand that. We have some of the best fans in college basketball. We sell out games in the 15,000-seat arena. We have a great college town, so that's an advantage. But I do respect the question in terms of tradition. We had great basketball tradition at Texas Tech. In my lifetime, Coach Myers is a coach and athletic director. Certainly James Dickey had championship teams, Bob Knight, most recently Tubby Smith, and then we're trying to take it to the next level. But in recent history, that's one thing that we had to kind of overcome. But now having Zaire and Keenan and Zach in the NBA, or NBA associations right now. Certainly we got NBA players in this year's team. We're starting to get into the world of building a tradition. We're in the early stages of it, but we know recruiting's not hard at Texas Tech. We got a great academic institution, but I think as we have success, we're building tradition, and this helps.
Jared Stansbury, CycloneFanatic.com. Coach, you've had a chance to see Iowa State, obviously, a couple times this season, and you guys are both here in Tulsa this weekend. What are your thoughts on the Cyclones, and then is there anything about them that makes you think they can maybe make a run here over the next couple of weeks?
Coach Prohn's a friend of mine. I love Iowa State, supporting the Big 12, but really my mind's on Northern Kentucky right now.
Right in the center in the back, Karen, thank you.
Coach Steve Muller with Learfield IMG College, Northern Kentucky. I've followed your history, and from Marietta to McCullough High School in the Woodlands to where you're at today, what has been one or two of the driving forces that have gotten you to where you're at today? Because you've won every place you've been right now. fill us in a little bit if you would.
That's impressive. Haven't heard Marietta in a while. You ever been to the Varsity? Yeah, it's great. It's the best hot dog in America. Chili and cheese, no onions. People ask that all the time, and I used to kind of shy away from it, but now I kind of embrace it. I mean, the reason we win is we got good players. It's a player's game, you know, whether it be Jamal Brown at Fort Scott or Ermal Kuko at Seminole, whether it be the vet with the South Carolina Warriors or Jacoby Jackson with McMurray or DeMario Mayfield with Angelo State or Josh Higgins with Little Rock or Keenan Evans at Texas Tech. You know, we've had good players. So we try to get guys that want to be coached. We try to get guys that want to play for the team and the program and not themselves. And this year's team's a great example of that. You know, we got guys that are playing for Texas Tech, not what's on the back of their jersey, their name. And so, you know, I appreciate that question. It's always a compliment, but it's really a simple answer. You know, we've had good players everywhere we've coached. We take care of them. We coach them hard. We love them. We help them graduate. That's really the key to our success is our players.
Yeah, Coach Jarrett Culver, one of the best players in college basketball, but there's going to be a lot of people seeing him for the first time. What can folks expect to see when they see him?
Yeah, the secret's out. For the longest time, we were kind of under the radar, but simply stated, I think Jarrett's one of the best players in college basketball. You know, how do you go from being a non-top 100 recruit and then 2 years later you're a lottery pick, in my opinion? I did tell him the other day, though, even if the lottery works out, if he wants to come back to Tech, we'll have a spot for him. If we run out of scholarships when he goes through that NBA process, we could still get him to, you know, walk on. He looked at me like I was crazy. Then he smiled. Now, Culver, the whole world sees his talent. Tomorrow night, you'll see his length and his athleticism and his ability to play on both ends. But what the world doesn't know is the work ethic, the character, great teammate. But above all, when I think of Culver, I think of love of the game. You know, I was never a great player myself, but no one loves this game more than me. Nobody. I just grew up loving it, play it, just love basketball. Culver loves it as much as I do, and I've only said that about a few players in my career. Jarrett's a guy, you know, we just had a local practice at a high school before we came over here, and Culver trying to get him to the bus. Let's go, we got to go. He wants to get up 5 more shots. He wants to play the manager one-on-one. He wants to watch 2 more clips on the laptop from his last game. He just loves basketball. He's a student of the game. That's why he's going to be a great pro. You know, I think he's going to be an NBA All-Star one day. People ask why, because when you love something this much, when talent intersects with love of the game, special things happen, and that's what's happened, you know, in Lubbock. Last year, Zaire Smith, same neighborhood, Keenan Evans, but Culver's a guy that loves basketball, loves it.
Coach Quinton Martinez, Corpus Christi Caller-Times. As a man who's coached at various different levels, you know, you said you've been a fan of what Northern Kentucky's been able to do, and obviously their first several years in Division I. You know, having coached at the different levels, you know, does that impress you more with what they've been able to accomplish so quickly? Absolutely, 100%. I think it's one of the best untold stories in college basketball. I pride myself in watching games and knowing everything that's going on. I didn't understand how quickly coaches built the program. If I'm not mistaken, NCAA tournament, NIT, NCAA tournament, players have changed. They have an identity. Yeah, it's been special. In our state, my former player and good friend Joe Golding's done something similar at Abilene Christian, built it, but Joe hasn't gotten into the consistency yet. Northern Kentucky has. So, like I said, I'm a fan at this point, watching their games. Definitely be a guy that I reach out to this spring and summer and try to get with him and talk some basketball because I love a lot of the things they're doing.
We have 6 minutes left in this session. Next question is right here.
Mark Bradley from the Atlanta Journal and Constitution. Apologies for asking a stupid question, but the varsity mention piqued my curiosity. You were born in Marietta, but how long did you live in the Atlanta area?
Yeah, so both my parents are from Atlanta, from Marietta. My grandparents, I was born in Marietta, Georgia, moved to Texas, young life. I think, I don't know, first grade, second grade, but we would always take the trip back every summer. My dad got 2 weeks off a year. That's where some of the work ethic comes from that I get. 1 week, those 5 days would be my sporting events, whether it be football, baseball, or basketball. The other week, we're loading up the car on Saturday morning, 5 a.m. We're driving straight to Atlanta. We're staying 2 days with my grandparents. Then we're going to Panama City Beach. We're staying at the same motel, eating the same restaurants. It's routine. This is another thing with our process. I think I got a lot of this from my dad. But we're going to go to the varsity twice, even though we're only going to be there 3 days. And he's going to relive all the stories about how he went there as a kid. You know, we're going to drive by, and he's going to show me where he scored the game-winning touchdown, where he went on his first date in high school, the whole deal. And Sprayberry High School was my mom, and then my dad was at maybe Marietta High. And then, I'm going 2 hot dogs, mustard, chili, cheese, no onions. I'm going fries with a side of chili on the fries, and I'm going the chocolate milk on the ice. The next person I saw do that was Bob Knight. Coach Knight used to have Dr. Pepper and chocolate milk on ice. Think about that one. But, yeah, the varsity's a special place. We now have recruited Atlanta a little bit over the years, and we always go back. Al Pinkins, who did a great job on our staff, who's at Florida now. Al's from the South, too, so we went to the varsity. I think we spent $32 between the two of us last time we went to the varsity. Do the math on that.
Chris Guerin, Emick from the Tulsa World. Welcome to Tulsa, first of all. You're going to have, it would appear, a decent following in the stands tomorrow. Iowa State gets a lot of publicity for the passion that fan base brings, and I think the out-of-the-box reaction to the draw here was that's several thousand Cyclone fans. I get the sense, though, that your base has really latched on to what you guys have done the last few years. I was wondering if you could speak to that and what kind of crowd you expect to have behind you tomorrow.
First of all, we've always had great fans. A tradition of Tech basketball. We're just not rebuilding it. We're just awakening it again, trying to get it to the next level. Last year we had some great support, not only in Dallas but in Boston. I expect the same. I'll call it. We'll have a great showing of Red Raider Nation here. We have a lot of respect for Iowa State. We talk about their program a lot and their fan base. We're striving to get in the same neighborhood they're in, and we're getting very close to doing it. But we've got great fans. You work really hard to have a season like we had with this seed. It's what you're working for. You want the people that supported you all year long to have a chance to watch you in the NCAA tournament. So we're proud to be in Tulsa. I used to coach at Seminole State College. I'm an Oklahoma guy. I love my time here. Got a lot of friends and former players that live in Tulsa. Recruited this city for a long time. So, we're glad to be at the Embassy Suites. We used to stay there back in JUCO because we put 8 guys to a room, 2 to a bed, 2 to a bed, 2 on the couch, freshmen on the floor. Free beer at happy hour. That was always good for the SID and assistant coaches, not me during the season. After the season, yes. I went to Jamil's Steakhouse last night, top 10 steakhouse, I think, in this part of the country. So we're glad to be in Tulsa. Anybody been to Jamil's?
I have.
Big time.
Oh, yes.
Get the prime rib. Yes. Especially at this level, we don't ask for the deal. Like when we were at Seminole, we went to CC's Pizza off of 44. It's $4.99 with drink. We go in there and tell the guy, hey, we can't do it, man. He says, what do you want, coach? I said, $4.99 free drink? Okay. And that's one more thing. Can our bus drivers eat for free? Well, how many bus drivers do you have? I said, 4. So if that same guy is running that CC's off 44, thank you. Where's that?
Well, everywhere.
Coney Islander. Is that a chain?
It's a Tulsa chain.
Yeah, I'm not big on chains. Isn't there a place here that's a root beer place?
Weber's.
That's the spot. Yeah.
That's good.
Any basketball questions?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Choice Woodman, Double T 97.3. Coach, with you playing on Friday this year, how much are you actually paying attention to what's going on around in the tournament, if at all, or is it just completely focused on Northern Kentucky?
Yeah, 100% Northern Kentucky. When we have team mills, we'll have the games going on just for the environment of the tournament. Again, it's like, a dream of the life. You never take it for granted getting here. I love the Friday draw because you can experience Thursday too, I'd like every year to play the Friday last game so you get to enjoy the whole deal. It's a special time of the year, but really haven't even looked at the bracket. Kind of know my friends during the tournament, know the Big 12 teams because we're exchanging texts, but I really couldn't tell you. We've always set this up as a 4-team tournament. There's 4 teams in ours. We got to win 2 games to try to advance. Easy to talk about, really difficult to do, but that's always been our mindset. The bracket comes out. We just enjoy it for 30 seconds. We get our